What's going on, everybody? It's PK Dawson and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about how I got into college, so that'll be like my stats and things like that. I just want to thank you guys so much for getting my last college video to over 1,000 views. That's so exciting. That's why I'm doing this little sequel, because it seems like that's what you guys want to see. If you want to see something else relating to college or something like that, please comment that down below and I will try and get to it. I'll either respond to you in the comments or I'll make another video about it. So before I get started, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on my post notifications because this will not be the last of these videos I make. Follow me on Instagram at PKDawson with 2 N's, and let's get into it. So first of all, my GPA was a 94.6, and then my senior ending GPA was a 95.3. So depending on the times I applied to different schools, I used the 94.6 or I used my first semester senior year grades. So I don't really remember the times I applied to the certain schools or whatever, but definitely try and keep your grades up all throughout high school and senior year especially. Don't take easy classes and things like that because those really matter. In my high school career, I took 6 AP classes, which isn't really that much, you know, like it was really manageable. Because honestly, like, you can get like hundreds in like super easy classes and colleges are gonna look at that and say like, oh, you're making good grades and everything, but these are easy classes and probably not on level with what you'll be taking as a freshman in college, depending on what school you're trying to go to. So definitely work hard in all of your classes. Take hard classes. Don't over challenge yourself or spread yourself too thin, but definitely challenge yourself. So test scores are really important because it's really a baseline of all students, you know what I mean? So every high school's classes are different. Every teacher is different. So sometimes there's like a same subject, and if you get this teacher, it's really hard to get an A, or if you get this teacher, it's really easy to get an A. And I know that tests like SAT tests and standardized tests are really debated, but it like kind of makes sense because everyone needs a standard baseline when trying to get into the same positions, like trying to fill college spots. You can also super score your SAT score, which I guess a lot of people don't know until they take their SAT. My dogs are barking so much. I hope you can't really hear that. But yeah, so there are 2 subjects. There's math and there's reading and writing. I did a lot better in the reading and writing section than I did in math. My super score was a 1370, which isn't really that good. So like, don't feel like you have to get a 1600 to get into schools like UCLA and Virginia Tech. You know, it's all about being really well balanced. I would recommend you study and try and get a good grade. I really didn't study that much. I should have tried harder and I could have done better. You don't really want to have regrets. Like, I was lucky enough for everything to work out, but like for someone who doesn't get into the school they've been dreaming about, like, you don't want to look back and say, oh man, I could have done better on the SAT. I could have studied more and maybe that could have gotten me in. You know what I mean? You want to do everything in your power to get in so you don't have regrets later. You know, if you tried your hardest and you didn't get in, then it just wasn't meant to be, you know? So yeah, I did that. The SAT, I can talk a little bit about the SAT and the ACT. My highest ACT score was a 29, which like is okay, but it's not really that good. The ACT for me was just really hard. So a little bit about these tests if you haven't taken it. The SAT has math and reading and writing, like I said, and you get a single score in either one. Oh, I can tell you. My reading and writing score was a 720 and my math score was a 650. And you can also take the additional essay writing thing. I would recommend taking that. I took the SAT 3 times in total and I took the writing every time. None of the schools that I applied to ended up needing the writing score, but definitely don't like count yourself out because there are some schools that require that or give you a better chance for you to get in. So definitely don't limit yourself to just taking that. It's really not that bad. It's like an extra 40 minutes on top of like an already long test anyway, so it's really not going to make a difference. So yeah, The SAT for me is like the questions are harder than the ACT's questions, but you get more time, I think. Either you get more time or it's like less questions. The ACT, which you have reading, writing, math, science, I think those are the 4, and you have an extra writing one. I did the ACT 3 times and the writing on that 3 times. And the ACT just has so many questions and the time is going so fast, so you need to be like on it all the time. Answer. Whereas the SAT, I don't know about everyone else, but I had a lot of extra time after each section, pretty much. Not the writing, but I could kind of chill at the end. Like, I know the second time I took it, I like took a small like 5-minute nap at the end. But yeah, so if you're really good with math and science kind of, I would recommend the ACT, and if you're good with speed, take the ACT. If you're really good at like comprehension and understanding, I would recommend the SAT, but it is different for everyone. So if you do have the opportunity, try and take both, see what you like. It's not required that you take 3 of both, because if you like one, just focus on one. Extracurriculars. So I did a lot of extracurriculars in high school. I was really involved. My main like time-consuming one was basketball. I played varsity basketball, and honestly, like, if you're good at something, do it. Try and get awards, because that shows, because it's great to be in a bunch of clubs, in a bunch of sports and stuff, to show that it's taking up your time, but if you can excel in something, it makes it look better. So I was able to like win some awards in basketball, like I was team captain, I was MVP, I was picked to be on our all-conference team 2 times, like for 2 years, and that looks really good, because it's not like you're just going to practice and chilling, like you're actually working hard, showing that you have leadership if you're a captain, showing that you know how to cooperate with people, you know how to do all. And also, I did a lot of volunteering. I honestly feel like volunteering was one of the main parts of me getting into the schools that I got into. So just a little backstory on that. I have 2 main organizations that I volunteer with. I volunteer with LifeNet and Donate Life Virginia, which are basically these organizations that go around and educate people about the importance of organ and tissue donation. And I've been volunteering with them for as long as I can remember, since like elementary school. And the other organization I volunteer for is the Boys and Girls Club that's in my area. I've been doing that for super long, and doing something for a really long time shows commitment. So if you just start, I mean, obviously it's really good if you put like, oh, I volunteered my junior year summer with this, that's cool. But if you show a commitment to an organization, that shows your school that you really are making a change. No matter like how small your tasks may be or anything, it shows that you are passionate about something. I also incorporated my community service in my essays. So for essays, definitely write about something you're passionate about. Don't write about something you think the college admissions people want to hear. Like, obviously do that, but like, don't just base it off of that. Actually write about something that you care about, because that really does show in your writing. I wrote a lot of different essays, honestly. For the Common App and the Coalition, I wrote pretty much the same essay. I just changed because of the length. The length is different for both of those. And if you want me to make an in-depth thing about those applications, I will. I know some people have questions about that. What else? A lot of my schools had individual ones. A lot of my schools had supplemental essays. So I had to do a lot of writing. And I had to do a lot of writing for my scholarship stuff, which I will make a whole different video about scholarships and everything. And you really just need to find stories that you are passionate about. Find something that you love right now. Find a story, like an event in your life or a person in your life or something. Find something that you can really invest in. That's really what I did. You have to find your story, and then whatever prompts, because I know the prompts change every year, and every school and every scholarship and everything has different prompts, but if you find something that you like to write about, it'll fit into every prompt. Definitely have a topic that you like to write about, with something you're passionate about, something you learned from high school or something you learned from your life, a special event in your life. Like, those are 3 things that, like, if you can find a story to match those, you can match it to almost any prompt. So obviously find a teacher that likes you. Don't find a teacher that you were talking a bunch in their class and gave them a lot of attitude and all of that. That's just not smart. I did one of my English teachers and my history teacher because I felt like I had a good relationship with them. It was kind of playful and things like that. So definitely like try and build a relationship with your teachers, like even before you get to your senior year when you're about to apply to college, like because you can get teachers that you didn't take the previous year. You can get teachers all the way from 9th grade and up. Like make sure they know you. Try and talk to them about things outside of the classroom. And like honestly, if you don't have time to like really talk to them outside of the class or at lunch or whatever, try and slip some stuff about you. Try and get your teacher to know you. You know what I mean? It's really important, and that'll just ultimately make your life better because they probably have a lot of wisdom that they can share with you, and they'll write a better letter for you. Because writing, oh, this kid got a really good grade in my class, they were pretty cooperative, isn't as rich as I know this kid went through this, did this, is interested in this, and was able to excel in my class, show leadership, cooperate with others, blah, 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 blah. I know that wasn't that in depth, but it just kind of shows that they actually know you, not just your grades, you know? The biggest thing about applying to college is trying to distinguish yourself. So honestly, the biggest tip I have is try to distinguish yourself from the pack. Even if you make great grades, you got great test scores, there are millions of kids who get perfect straight A's and good test scores. You know what I mean? You have to find a way to make yourself different. That's through your essays, that's through your extracurriculars, that's through anything you can to set yourself apart. Because, I mean, how many college admissions people don't want a million kids who make just A's and go home? You know what I mean? They want people to bring something to their college. They actually want people to succeed after college so that every time you succeed at something, their college name is under your name. So that's really what they're trying to do. They're trying to see who has the power to actually do something in the world. So definitely try and set yourself apart. I'm not saying that every essay has to be like the super sad thing that happened to you. It can be something just moving. It doesn't have to be sad. It doesn't have to completely change your life. Like one of my friends wrote something about coffee, like wrote a like metaphorical coffee essay, and it was super, super good. I loved it. So really try and, if you feel like there's not something major that happened in your life, try and be different. Try and have a little quirk in your essay. Try and, you know what I mean? Well-roundedness is really important. If you are able to be in some different things that show, so definitely be passionate about a few things. A jack of all trades is a master at none. But if you can show you're well-rounded, that's kind of more valuable, you know what I mean? So I made pretty good grades, I made pretty good test scores, I played sports, I was in music, I played cello, if you can see that back there, I played chess, you know, like I'm not trying to brag or anything, but it just shows that you can kind of go with the flow of things. It shows that you'll probably be into a lot of clubs at college, which is what they want. They don't want someone who just goes to class and goes back to their dorm. They want people who are involved, you know? So I hope some of these tips helped you. I hope I didn't leave anything out. If you feel like I left something out and you have another question, comment that down below. I will definitely get back to you. Yeah, I think that's it. This isn't gonna be the last of my like college admissions kind of videos. So I hope these tips did help you out a little bit. Comment down below what college you want to go to or some tips that you know about college, because I would love to know them. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at PK Dawson with 2 N's, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!